I'm gonna tell you a story. First thing you gotta understand is time does not work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle, because I'm the one that's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. Alright, so Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. So, December 31st, it's, New Year's Eve. Tomorrow's a Monday. Still gotta get up early. Still gotta get my day job in, because, I work in one of those places where it's open every day. Not Christmas, but New Year's Day. It's unfortunately not one of those sweet deals where, like, I get to not go in because I'm hungover. No. I'm gonna turn it in early. Put it on my Swapna.sauna sleep mask to do my dream training, my lucid dream training, because you know, I got this bad, Larry. Whoop, wah. Plug for a May. Aha. Plug for a May, cause I use it. That's it. Anyway, but it's a dream mask that I got back in 2020, I think. I think I got it with when I was still working for a gas station. I was an essential worker, and they gave me hazard pay. I was like, I'm gonna get a sleep training mask, cause like how do you actually train for Swapna Darsana? Well, apparently you can get a nifty little mask to help with that. That's handy for the dream state yoga. I'm just saying, especially for like, you know, taking time where you're normally just like sleeping, which is by itself like a worthwhile activity. I used to hate sleeping because I was like, it's a waste of time. But like, I always knew that like it wasn't really a waste of time because you needed to sleep. But like, a part of me always hated like the part of my day that I missed not doing stuff. And I found more and more I wasn't really doing stuff at the time that I, so it didn't really matter. But still, actually, while we're on the topic of Sunday Night Solid and New Year's Eve, so once upon a time, I love that. Once upon a time. Oh, Oracle tells you could tell you about some of his wild dreams. So I think I either described this one. I'm going to talk about another one. I'm going to talk about two of them. One is what I refer to as I'm pretty sure my Scientology dream. If anyone sees this that knows anything about Scientology when I talk about the second dream, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I've actually mentioned this dream in another video. It's possible I did. But the first dream happened on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, 2012. I was living in Methuen, which is a little town uh, on the border of Mass, and like I used to work at the gas station up this like I used to work at a bunch of different gas stations. I worked as an overnighter at the gas station up the street for a while, and but that night I had a dream where I was I was an I was an orange energy being, and there was a no, I was a blue one, and there was like I was a blue energy being, and I was going back and forth with a blue energy being, and we kept going back and forth over a box, and essentially the box more or less was like which of us would die first, and our going back and forth with the box basically determined our relationship. If we were like if I was like her father, if she was my mother, if we were lovers, if we were siblings, if like we were mortal enemies. And like I remember one time I got the box and then I fell into it and I was a different person. I was like, oh, so the box is reincarnation. Okay, that makes sense. And then like it kind of panned out and it was like, uh, um, I was the sun and she was the moon, and we were both figuring out what it was to be human. And then my dream ended because like it was a dream. That's how that works. All right, so the other dream that happened a couple years later was this is what I refer to as a Scientology dream. So I'm in a freaking like Parisian cafe, It seems like it's World War II. Seems like. But, like, the glass seems a little too nice for World War II. And, like, there's a very particular, like, arched part to the way that the glass is curved that looks very, modern, frankly. And it's sort of subset, and you can, like, there's a street level above, and we're down below. And there is a straight up, like, space tech door. Like a space tech door. And, like, I'm there, and I guess I'm in charge or something. And, we're waiting for a computer program to hack through the door that, get this, we got from a vampire. The reason I know this is because we're waiting to get through the door, and we're worried about a tank literally rolling into the cafe we're in. Because I guess there's a tank outside. And, like, someone says, did the vampire screw us? I think they might have actually said Batala, which would have been interesting. That might have been Batala because, like, it's a dream. Sometimes, like, different words work their way through because it's when you're having dreams, you're, like, more in touch with the collective unconscious. It's just kind of how it is. So it might have actually been like, did the Batala screw us? I'm like, no, the Batala didn't screw us. It just takes time for this to work. That's just how it is. I get the distinct impression, for some reason, that the Batala is literally a Nosferatu. Like a vampire that is not hideous, but specifically looks inhuman. And, like, I feel like this is a Batala I personally know. Like, they're a friend. It's like, no, my friend didn't screw us, guys. Come on, chill out. It's sort of like taking an analogy from Rick and Morty. Like when they're, like, so basically, I think this is a lot like Blood Ridge for them. Because the door opens as the tank starts rolling into this place. And that's basically sort of where it cuts out until I'm on a prisoner transport. Things went sideways. Because of course they did. And I'm like, well then. This isn't my plan, but I can work with it. I'm like, this isn't my plan, but I can work with it as I'm going to a prisoner a prisoner place. What is wrong with me? Like, cause that was literally my plan. Like, thing is like, whatever, I'll figure it out when I get there. Looking back on it, I was like, I was literally going there. I was like, yeah, I didn't plan on getting captured, but I'll figure out a way to, like, I'll make a way to make it work for me. I was literally thinking that as whoever I was that I'm, like, if this is actually a Scientology dream, this is potentially, like, actually things that happened on another planet, like, a couple thousand years ago. So this is literally me going to, like, a potential death camp going, like, yeah, I know this is a death camp, but I'll make it work for me. Which, depending on, like, because I don't actually know the details of the Scientology, like, dogma, I'm guessing it didn't work out for me. But, like, maybe it did. Who knows? That would actually probably be part of the secret dogma of Scientology. I don't know. Because I'm not a Scientologist. But, no, the thing is, it's my understanding, actually, that dream, specifically, is part of Scientology dogma. And part of how I know it is it's supposed to involve the vampire. Yeah. Because, like, that facility, I'm pretty sure I was reading up on Scientology. It was like, looking at it, I was like, that seems an awful lot like that thing I saw in that dream. Because inside the facility, I was in a sterile white metal walled room with padding, with white vinyl padding, and it was actually very comfortable. It was a prison cell. That was a comfortable prison cell, and there is a very, very high tech, basically indoctrination machine. It was an indoctrination machine. They made no bones about it. It was an indoctrination machine. It was to indoctrinate me into my next life, presumably here, where I guess was supposed to be a baseball player. Freaking news to me. Because the thing is, it literally, like, I literally was looking like, all right, this is my engramming from my pronogenome. This is what they have planned for me. Let's see what they did. Wow, that seems like shockingly nice. They want me to be like a famous baseball player? That seems like shockingly nice. What's this? And then there's like a glitch, which is presumably the Vitala's program following me to that place and being like, all right, I'm going to change this now. And me going, oh, okay, so what? And the Vitala is like, you'll like it. It'll be fine. I go, okay, cool. And that's basically what we invented. But that whole processing facility, where essentially like you're engrammed, which is essentially like an Atman imprint to make you behave because you were naughty in your past life. In my case, it was because I was an instigator. If that's actually what this is, because the thing is, like, if this is one actually a past life dream, which like whatever, the universe is enormous. Mondacia, physical reality, it's enormous. I'm not joking. Like, I brought this specific point up before. Like, there's this thing in the movie Paul of like how like we can't be alone. We can't. This place, physical reality is too big for us to be alone. Now maybe it's just the timing is working out, so like we're, sentient and like intelligent. We're intelligent life, and like we're just existing at a time before and after, both before and after other kinds of intelligent life existed, which yeah, I guess is possible, but like really honestly, considering how long physical reality has existed, that's actually extremely unlikely. I mean, like, anyone who knows more about all of the relevant numbers who ends up seeing this, yeah, oh, please feel free to disagree with me. Like I said before, I can be wrong. I can be wrong all day. But like, fact of the matter is, if there was other life that is even humaniform, that's existed in other like parts of the universe, lived, died, and that world is dead now, and there are no more people there because like whatever, they moved, they died, the star burned out, whatever. Um, Basic physics tells you that energy and the soul is the Atman is Zakti. It is energy. It's just how it is. Like whether you call it like the 28 grams or whatever, like that's just what it is. Like it's energy. It isn't destroyed. It just changes shape. It changes form. Like that's not even me being magic. That's not even me talking about Divya. That's just like actual literal physics. So like if honestly not really that big of a stretch, considering at least in my belief, Parnajan Mom, reincarnation, karma, very very real. So possibility of me having lived on another planet as a human, lived, died multiple times even. Had an entire like Pronojan Kakra, like the whole that's what I was talking about partially with the 32 statues, is like with how big the number of stars out there are. The number of actual literal stars, like our sun. The number of other suns out there. dictates the possibility of and actual likelihood that even if they didn't exist at the same time as us, there has been and will be again intelligent life that thinks the same way as us. Sort of like the Nietzsche doctrine of eternal recurrence thing. Like, with all of the amount of matter that's out there, even with dark matter accounting for matter that is yet to be created and or has already been destroyed, like, it can only rearrange so many times before entropy starts reducing it, and then intelligence starts putting it back to new form. And all right, I think I'm done now. And this was Oracle. Happy New Year's Eve. Dream safely, everyone, after the ball dropping ye. And after all that, after we intentionally drop the ball, don't drop the ball with old lang syne after all. Should old acquaintance, I hope not be forgot. Dream safely, everyone, and fear not. This is a Kuna, Oracle me. Dream safely out there after midnight, true ye.